Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. So today we are going to continue about the Nibbana. Nibbana is a very pleasant topic to discuss, and also it is very profound. So pleasant means so we can why we are thinking, why we are discussing about the Nibbana. So we feel peace. So that's why, even though we don't attain the Nibbana, we don't see the Nibbana yet, but it is so pleasant. Okay? It makes us peace. It makes us peaceful to discuss about the Nibbana. So that is one thing. And then profound means because we cannot see with our naked eye, and also we cannot, as a Buddha worldly being, it cannot be seen. Only as we have a study, it can be seen only through the mega jnana. So if only when we become a Sodapati, we attain a Sodapati mega, or Sodapati mega citta arise in our mind, it start to see. Okay? It start to it really start to see. So that's why it is a profound. So not by thinking Nibbana, we can imagine, but imagination is just imagination, so not reality. We don't see yet the reality. So only when we practice, and then only when Sodapati Mega Citta arise in our mind, so there arise wisdom together with that Sodapati Mega Citta. So that Mega Jnana wisdom is so powerful to see, because at that moment you see when by the attainment of a Sodapati Mega, so defilements, okay, defilements that lead to the or Sanyojana, mental fetters or ropes that pull us down to the lower abodes are eradicated. Some are totally eradicated, some are lessened or weakened. So it means in our mind, so normally mind is very pure, Bhavanga Citta is very pure. So Bhavanga Citta, no color, no kusala, no akusala at all. But when other incoming or visiting citta, visiting mentalities arise, it starts to define. So mostly for the Buddha Janas, from the dawn to dusk, from the morning to the night we sleep. So akusala mostly happen. Okay, so that's why the mind may be normally very pure. So day by day, year by year, so it is conceived, it is covered with the akusala. So that's why even my mind cannot be bright enough. So when we practice the meditation gradually, so we start to remove such a dirty layers from our mind. So one layer after another, one layer after another. Then, so finally, so it become a brighter. At the same time, Rūpapariccheda arises. So Chitta with the Rūpapariccheda jnana, so become so clear, so bright. So as if our mind is our eye is so clear, so sensitivities are very clear, no problem, no cloud in our eyes. So then we can see things very clearly. So also, when the Rūpapariccheda jnana arises in our mind, we see Nibbana clearly. So in that sense, so it is profound, okay? Profound, we cannot imagine. So through the imagination and through the studying, we cannot directly see the Nibbana, but we may guess, we may see, we may decide, it is through the inference, Anumana. Then with the craving, we are so, how do you say, we are so burning, our life is so suffering. If without Dana, how it would be like that sort of inference. So with that inference, we can imagine, but not directly experiencing. Even with the inference, so we feel peaceful. So much less to say is much more to say is that if we really directly experience Nibbana, how peaceful it will be. So in this way, we can understand that discussion about the Nibbana is so peaceful, as well as the topic is so profound. Okay. So it is a pleasure for us to study about the Nibbana. So here I will continue about the last week. Last week we discussed about the Nibbana. Okay, Nibbana here, Manueva Anuruddha, he put the one session about the Nibbana. Okay, Nibbana is the one session. So that Nibbana is what? Briefly explained here. Logodara Sankhadam. It is a Logodara, beyond the world. Okay, beyond the world. Not belong to the mundane world. It is a supra-mundane. Chadumaga Jnanena Sajikadavam. So with the Maga Jnana, Sodabadi, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahanta, Maga Jnana. So with that jnana, we can see, we can directly experience Sajikadavami, directly. Pajaka, it is the same with the Pajaka, Padiaka. So before the eye, as if Nibbana is placed with us before our eyes. So also, when we attain a sort of Mega Jnana, so this Mega Jnana directly experience Nibbana. Okay, not the Anumana. Now what we know about the Nibbana is through the inference. Okay, through the inference. So maybe another way we can say through the Suddhamaya Jnana. Suddhamaya means that we learn, we study, okay, we listen, we read the books, we read the text about the Nibbana. So then we understand, oh, this is a Nibbana, this must be Nibbana, like that. So that is Suddhamaya Jnana. Sometimes, so while we are after studying, we try to reflect on it. We try to compare current conditions and that the conditions without craving, without anger, without delusion, without mana, conceit, without asa, envy, jealousy, and then without doubt. So that conditions we can compare, okay, in comparison. That they got anumana. But here for the attainment of it, with the attainment of a Pamaga jnanas, we directly experience so nirvana, okay, the supramundane condition. It is called asankata, unconditioned. So other things are conditioned. Nirvana is unconditioned. So chitta, chittasika, mentalities, and materialities, they arise depending on the conditions. Okay, without the conditions, so they cannot arise. So that is very important in the Buddhist study. So firstly, we have to, because now so far you have a study about the materiality that is within ourselves, internally, externally, the whole world. You can see everybody is a composed of these materialities. Okay, so we just put the name on that. For example, vulnerable minds, vulnerable nuns, and also lay people, men, women, and also the name so and so. That is just a label we put it on the Nama and Rupa, mentality, materiality only. So on the mentality, materiality, if we know, oh, there is only this, they are, then how do they arise? Okay, how do they arise? So far we have studied the causes of the what? The causes for the rupa to arise. Okay, so rupas, causes of the rupa are there because of the karma, because of the chitta. The karma also our previous karma, the action we have done in our previous lives. So that also that produces a karma, that produces a materiality. Okay, that produces a materiality, and also in the current existence also we whenever we encounter with the other objects, chitta arises, viti chitta arises. Okay, viti chitta arises. So these viti chitta are also producing new chitta form matters, one after another. Okay, so if we really know about that, so that they go in the vipassana, it is called what? Namarupa, Pariccheda jnana, Namarupa, discerning mentality and materiality. We trying to discern, oh, this is a Batavi Dhatu, Abo Dhatu, okay, Vayo Dhatu, and also eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity. Now you are hearing, you hear what? You hear the sound. The sound is the object externally. So even though I talk to you, if you um, if you block your ear, then you cannot hear, right? And also some people uh, ear sensitivity is damaged. So even though someone talk a lot, very loud, very loudly, but we cannot hear. So then if we cannot hear, hearing consciousness will not arise. Okay. So sound and the ear sensitivity, and also pay attention. We pay attention to the sound. So and also another thing is there should be open space. So open between the sound and the ear sensitivity. So only then the sound can reach to you to do our sensitivity. So only when these conditions are there, then we see what we hear the sound. And then we come to know, oh, this is the sound or the mind, the sound or the chanting, okay, the sound of it. Sometimes we lie down on the bed and we hear our breathing. Oh, this is a breathing sound. Okay. Sometimes we can hear the heartbeat of ourselves when we are lying down on the bed. Maybe do like that. So we hear the heartbeat of uh, our heartbeat. Okay. And then that is heartbeat is the sound and also ear drum and also ear sensitivities are there. So only when they encounter, then we come to know that, oh, it is a heartbeat or it is the chanting sound, it is what the music and so on. Hearing consciousness arises, not without cause, okay, but with the cause. So some people they may think, oh, everything happens accidentally. So something happens by chance. There is no special cause for the mentality, materiality to arise. Okay. So that is so if we if
Sorry,
we have
Sayadaw.
yeah,
That is
aheduka, that is
no,
called
is it? Oh,
aheduka deity. It is a causeless view. Okay. Everything happened by chance, by accident. So not there is no special cause. That is the wrong view. So if we think everything is causeless, there is no special cause for something to rise, mentality to rise, materiality to rise, then we will not be considerate for the others. Okay. Then there will be uh, no practice of morality because practice of morality will not be useful for them. You observe a precept. That of precept, observing precept, if you accept causeless, everything happened without cause, then we will not control, we will not have any restraint to our bodily, verbally, mentally activities. So So that's why Ayaduga deity is so dangerous. It is so dangerous. So because we don't know real causes. Okay. Then real causes for the rising of the mentality, materiality, then we are liable to become to have such Ayaduga deity. Okay. So another one is another wrong view is Visama Heduga deity. Visama Heduga deity is the uh, wrong view thinking that everything happens because of the uneven or illogical reason, illogical cause. So something like we are created by Brahma. There is a creator. Okay, so everything meant whatever happened in our mind, it is because of the God, because of the Allah, because of the Creator, like that, because of the deity, so on. So whatever happened to us, we we put all the thing, all the control on the God. So that is illegal, illegitimate cause. Okay, so some people they nowadays also they have many people believe in that the tradition, that the ideas. So they whatever happened, good or bad, to them is because of the God, or the life is given by the God. So like that. So in that case, human being become what powerless. We have a no no power to change ourselves. Okay. So, and also, if it is a very, suppose if it is, if someone is a very bad person, so he is destined to be like this, so criminal. He is destined to be criminal. He is created by the God to be a criminal. Like this. So he will not have any chance to make himself better. So that's sort of the wrong view. If you is a God, wrong view, illegal, wrong view, okay, uneven, wrong view. So that sort of wrong views are also dangerous. So because we depend on the creators, so that's why whatever we do after doing that, we do what we give a mercy from the God or Allah and so on. So in this way we can purify like that. So that sort of idea is called Visama Hetuka Deity. If we don't know real causes, real conditions or the mentality and materiality, okay. So far we have a study Patisandi Kamaja Rupa, Kama born matters start to arise, okay, in our life. Okay. So at the together with the arising moment of the first rebirth linking consciousness. So when who produce it, okay, then the the one it produce is a karma, okay, the karma we have done. So we have to take a responsibility for our actions, right? So in this very life, while we are living, while we are still alive, we have to be very cautious, okay, very cautious to our actions. So because the action does not end up there, it will produce as a result. So we have to take responsibility for that action wherever we go. So that's why it makes it more ethical. Okay, Buddhist idea, understanding cause and effect. Okay, understanding cause and relationship. So in life, so that makes us not to have a wrong view. That is two kinds of wrong view: ahetuka deity, visama hetuka deity. Okay, so 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 that they go Pajaya Brega Jnana. Okay, Pajaya Brega Jnana means what? Discerning the cause. Okay, this knowledge of the discernment of the cause. So what makes the Jeta arise? According in our now in the Vidama study, now you come to know the Rupa is made by the Kama, Jeta, Uttu, Ahara. So also just now I told you that ear consciousness arise not because of the creation of others, not by chance, but we have a ear sensitivity should be good enough, and also sound should be there, and also the open space should be there, and also paying attention to that sound. Okay. Then only when these conditions are there, hearing consciousness arises. So also similarly, the seeing consciousness arises. So when you see someone, something, without object, you cannot see. So object is a rupa, okay? It's done an object that they call rupa, visible object. And also internally is our eye sensitivity, that is also rupa, okay? So that should be, that rupa also should be very good enough. And also there should be light, okay? Without light, you cannot see me. only black color you will see, okay? Black screen you will see without light. So also you pay attention, okay? Pay attention to that object. Only then eye consciousness arises. So there is a cause and effect, okay? So that understanding is called what? the discernment of the causes. So if we attain that level, is so good. So it is explained that it is very similar. We cannot say it is a Sodapati Mega, but the knowledge which is similar to the Sodapati Mega, similar to. Okay, so only with that, with this we can start, we can proceed to the attainment of a Mega Chitta. So, and that means we will be one step closer to the Nirvana, to see the Nirvana. Okay? So that's why Magga Phalana Madam Sajikatava, it is explained that Chadu Magga Jnanena Sajikatava. It should be experienced through the four Magga Jnana. And also Nirvana is the object of the Magga Chitta Phala Chitta. Okay? So Nibbana is the one, the asankata, unconditioned state. Other things are conditioned state, as I told you. So mentalities are conditioned. Only when the conditions are there, they arise. Without that condition, they don't arise. So also our life. And if you study Paticca Samuppada, so the Buddha clearly mentioned that Imasmain Sati Idam Obajati. When there is this one, there arises that one. Okay, so that they cause a relationship. Only when the causes are there, conditions are there, then something arises. So that's why they are called the Sankata. Okay, for the Nibbana, it is a asankata, unconditioned state. So not Nibbana is there. So without any conditioning. Okay, whether you see it or not, the Nibbana, peaceful nature is there. Okay, peaceful nature of the Nibbana is there. So that unconditional state, so subtle, so profound, so deep. That's why it can be taken by the taken as the object only by the Magajita, Palajita. Okay. Not the other logia mandinchitas cannot take it cannot take it as an object. Then wana sankhataya danaya nibbanata. So dana craving is there. So that craving last week also we discussed tie us. Okay, that craving tie us in the round of the suffering. Okay, because of the as you see craving, out of craving, out of attachment or greed, we do something. We do good karma or bad karma. Okay. So sometimes we want to be born in a happy destiny, and also we want to be born in a rich family, powerful family. And sometimes we want to be born in a happy celestial abode. So sometimes we want to live in the Brahma abode. So that's a craving, attachment. That the driving force is the attachment. Okay? Without the attachment, we do karma, accumulate the karma. So karma vajara kusala or akusala or rupa vajara kusala, arupa vajara kusala karma. So out of this, because of as a result of this action, there appear another life. Okay? In the Bodhisattva. In the new life, Bodhisattva Chitta, Chittasika, Kamaja Rupa, Kamabhom Medas arise. So in this way, karma and vipaka are linked or tied with the what? With the rope of the craving, okay, with the rope of the craving. So it connect. So like this, that's why it is called what Tanna is called Vana. So it connect or it links. So without Dana, there will be no link. Suppose if you attain as the handhood, there is a no dana at all. So no dana means a no link. Okay. So between karma and vipaka, there is a no dana. So that karma cannot go through. So it is like a bridge. So then there is a one. There are many discourses about the craving. About the craving. So if you know more about the craving, then the function of a craving, then you will you will have a more desire, okay, to attain the nibbana. So one of the discourse is about the craving is called Dana Sutta, Dana discourse. In the Samyutta Nikaya, Sagata Waka Samyutta, there is a Dana Sutta. So deity at the Buddha, Kenasu Niyati Logo, Bandi, what is led by the war? So the war is led by the Buddha answer, led by the craving. Okay, the war is led by the craving. How dangerous the craving is. So we may think we are masters. We do whatever we want. Okay. So, but at the same time, we have to think. Okay. Some want. Okay. One is a craving. Craving is behind us. Craving us to be there, to be here, and also to take this food or to take that food. Okay. And then to go to this place and that place. So that is master. Also, the craving lead us to in the world. Craving is a leader in the world. Anaya niyati logo. Loga is led by the craving. Tanaya parikasati. So it leads us to forward. And also to go backward also. Which one? So which one lead us? Which one draw back? Okay. Which one draw us to the backward? So that Kenasu Parikasati, which one draw us backward? Then the Buddha also answered that. It is the Dana. So sometimes Dana pull us down to the woeful stage. So sometimes Dana lead us to go higher place, higher abode. Tanaya eka kesasu eka dhammasa sabbewa wasa manwagu sabbewa wasam. All of the being so followed which order, the order of which one or command. So sometimes we have to obey the command. We have to follow the order, instruction. So who is instructor? Who is a leader? Okay. So we have to follow the desire or the craving. So only one the craving. So in this way, in our life, craving is a manipulating. Craving make us do like this, do like that, to eat this one, and so on. So craving make us to acquire more degrees, to acquire more degrees, and also to get more wealth, and so on, to get more children, more family members, and so on. So with the order of the craving, under the command of a craving, we all are following. Okay, Manwagu, Anu, Kamati, we follow suit. So if we want to be master, okay, if we want to be master of ourselves, then what we have to do? We have to kill the master. That master is a craving. Okay, we have to kill the master. That is craving. So when there is no craving at all, then we are master. Our mind is liberated. Then that state is called nibbana. Okay, Nibbanandi Pavoceti, Wana Sankadaya, Sanaya Danaya, Nekandata, Nibbanandi Pavoceti. That state is a called Nibbana. So only when we realize Nibbana, so we will be master. Okay, otherwise, even though we may think, we may regard ourselves as a master, not yet. You have you are, how to say, Godfather or something like that, a grandmaster. That is craving. Okay? So that is, if we attain the Nibbana, then that means Nibbana is the state without the craving. So craving is directly expressed, not only the craving, without the anger, without the delusion, without mana, without unwholesome mentalities. Okay. So once we attain the arahanthood, there will be no unwholesome mentalities there. Because the lobha, dosa, moha, these three rules are totally eradicated. So that's why, because of out of these three rules, unwholesome rules, we do unwholesome deeds. So we let unwholesome mind happen. So without these three rules, then there will be ultimate peace. Okay? Nibbana. That's why it is called Nibbana is ultimate peace. Okay. So Dadidam Sabhavato, let's go to the next paragraph. Dadidam Sabhavato Eka Vidhambi Saubadi Sesa Nibbana Dhatu Anupadi Sesa Nibbana Dhatu Jeti Du Vida Hodi Karana Pariya Yena Karana Pariya means Karana Priyayina, Karanupachara. Okay. Karana Upachara. Figuratively. Okay. Figuratively. So Nibbana is one in terms of nature. Sabhava. Sabhava. Sa is Saka, one's own. Bhava means nature, characteristics. In terms of characteristics, in terms of its own characteristics, Nibbana is only one. Tadidanta idan Nibbana. Characteristic of the what? Peace. Okay, characteristic of the peace. Only one. So only one nature. Whoever attained Nibbana, the very peaceful nature is there, the experience. Ega Vidambi. But in terms of the cause, so Nibbana can be experienced, okay, in two different ways. One way, number one way is Sa Ubadi says Nibbana Dhatu. Sa is together. Ubadi. Sa Ubadi says we divide into three parts. Sa Ubadi and then Sesa. Sesa means the remaining. So when we attain the Arahata Magga, so Nibbana, Nibbana is a one, but it can be divided into two categories. One is Saubadi says Nibbana Dhatu. Saubadi says Sa mean together. Ubadi. Ubadi is Kama Vibhagacita. It means Vibhagacita. Okay, resultant consciousness. And also Chitasika and also Karma born matters are there. Even though suppose you become an arahant, okay, you become an arahant, you directly experience the Nibbana there. And then but you totally abandon mental defilements, no more defilement at all. But what do you remain? What remains with you is Chitasika, okay, produced by the karma, and also karma born matters. They still remain with you. so long as long as you live in this life. For the Buddha also, maybe at the 35, at the age of 35, the Buddha attained enlightenment. No more development. All developments are abandoned. But what remains with the Buddha is the karma born, okay, Vipaka-citta, okay, and also Jidasika, and also karma born matters there. So that still remain with him. That's why it is called Ubadi. Okay, Ubadi. Ubadi means Ubedena Adena di Ubada. Ubadi. Ubedena means so because of the wrong view or because of the craving, so we do karmas, okay, in the previous life. That karma produces a result, okay. Karma born, the citta, it is called in Bali Vipaka-cittas. Okay? Vipaka-citta, which are produced by the karma. And also karma born matters. Okay? That's why they are called Ubadi. The karma born, Vipaka-cittas, and also karma born citta, karma born rupas, materialities. So they are called Ubadi. Okay, Ubadi. So that's Ubadi remain. Sesa means remain. Okay. Karma, Vipaka-citta, Jidasika, rupas still remain. Why? Even though mental developments are abundant. Okay. So that sort of states, it means if we simplify, so we experience Nibbana and then we stay alive. Okay, we continue to live. For the Buddha, at the age of 35, he had totally abandoned all defilements. But his physical mentality, materiality still remain there for maybe another 45 years. So up to at the age of 80, so up to the age of 80, then that is Saubadi says Nibbana. The Buddha experienced that Nibbana. So after that, so at the age of 80, the Buddha passed into Parinibbana. So no remaining. Anubadi says Nibbana. Asesa. Ubadi asesa. No remaining. Okay. No remaining. So not only kilesas, mental development, but also Vipaka-citta, Jidasika, and then also karma born matters are also totally disappear. They totally disappearing. So that they call Anubadi says Nibbana. Nibbana without any remaining of the what? Vipaka-citta, Jidasika, karma born matters. Like the Buddha at the age of 80 passed into Parinibbana, nothing remained. No Vipaka-citta remain, no karma born matters remain there. So also no defilements remain. So that in this way, because of these cause, okay, Nibbana, in terms of this cause, can be divided into two categories. Saubadi Sesa and then Anubadi Sesa Nibbana Dhatu. Okay. Okay, that is also now if you attain Nibbana in this life, if you become Arahant in this very life, then you will experience Saubadi Sesa Nibbana. Okay. Then some people, some of the Arahant, so they attain the Nibbana, they become an Arahant. Soon after their attainment of Arahanthood, the Juddhicitta arises, like a Samasisi Nibbana, Panvivachana. So he just before he died, he became Arahanthood. So very quick. Saubadi says a Nibbana moment. For the Panvivachana is very quick, very short. After that, it is there is Anubhadisesa Nibbana. Tata Sonyata Animata Apanihitan Jedi Dividan Hodi Karana Aram Agara Virina. Agara means mena. In terms of the mena, there can be what? In terms of the mena, in terms of the mena, there are three. Agara means mena. So there are three types of the root nibbana. Number one, sonyata. Sonyata, emptiness. Okay. Sonyata. Sonyata. Sonya means empty. Ta means state. State of being empty. Okay, nothing is there. Nothingness. Nothingness here does not mean that there is nothing. Okay. Nibbana is what? Because of the it is empty. Okay. From the mentality, materiality, together with the lobha, dosa, moha. Okay. Well, lobha, dosa, moha. So, empty, freeing from the emptiness of the lobha, dosa, moha. That is called what the Sonyata Nibbana. Sonyata. So, mental development are also no more, as well as the result of action. That is a vibhaka, ceta, cetasika, rupa. So both the nama and rupa are also no more, and also mental developments are also no longer in existence. That sort of thing is called sunyata nibbana. Okay, sunyata, emptiness. So that number one. Number two is animata. Animata means a sign. Animata, signless. Okay. In the Nibbana, so what happened to Nibbana is, so for the in the normal condition in our life, so for example, Rupa, I have one shape, one form, one appearance. So you may also have your own shape, your form, your appearance, because these materialities, they group, okay, they work together to make a different forms and shapes. So these materiality are also produced by the karma, okay. So, but in the Nibbana, so there is no mentality, no materiality, okay. So then no shape, no form, no appearance, okay. No shape, no form, no appearance. So that sort of thing. So for the materiality is a very visible. Okay, with our naked eye, we can see, we can understand. Oh, this is like that. This materiality. This person have this shape or this form and so on. But for the mentality, okay. So again, we cannot imagine our mental shape, mental form. Okay. So actually, they also have their shape, their form, okay, and the kinds of mentality. So if we cannot, we will not be able to see with our wisdom. But in the uh, in the eyes of the Buddha, okay, in the eyes of the Buddha, in the eyes of the Arahant, they may see, okay, even though it is not, it does not appear as a shape or form. So if they may be able to discern, they may appear, this mentality may appear as this kind of a shape, this kind of form, and so on. So, but for the Nibbana, there is no physical and mental shape, mental form. So that's why the Nibbana is called animata Nibbana. Nimata, signless, okay, no sign. Okay? So as if we mind and matter, mentality, materiality have a shape and form, but there is no such a shape and form in the Nibbana. So that Nibbana is called animated Nibbana. Mena is different. And then Apanihita. Panihita is Panidhi and Panihita. Let's say Panihita means what? Expectation. Okay, expectation. Hope. Apanihita means no expectation, no desire. Okay, so Panidhi, sometimes we make a wish. Okay, so that sort of wish does not happen there, because the Nibbana can be wished, so by means of the craving, like with the craving. Or we want to attain Nibbana, we want to attain Nibbana. So there is no craving. So that want to get a Nibbana. So because the craving is the one thing. So craving, the domain of the craving, the reach of the craving is that there is a limit, only to the Lokiya. Okay, so object of a craving, we can say this. The object of a craving is only in the Lokiya. But then figuratively, nowadays we Myanmar people as well, Myanmar people, they wish for the Nibbana, Nibbana Chanda, Limya Balui. So also if you offer something, we say Nibbana Sapachayo Hotu. Okay? May this karma be a strong support for the attainment of Nibbana, like that. So, but actually we don't directly see the Nibbana. So we are not directly craving for the Nibbana. Imagination, through the imagination, through the inference. So therefore, Nibbana cannot be craved by the craving. Nibbana can be longed for by the craving. And also in the Nibbana also there is no craving at all. Apanihita. That's why the absence of the craving. The mena is the absence of the craving. So it cannot be taken as an object by the craving, as well as there does not exist craving. So because of basing on that specific characteristics, the people put the name Apanihita Nibbana. Okay, so Nyanda, Animata, Apanihita, like that. In this way, there are three kinds of the Nibbana. Okay, three kinds of Nibbana also. That is Agara Vedina. Actually, Nibbana is the one. Nibbana is the one. So in the other Pitakas, they may say, so if you attain that Arhata Mega by seeing environment characteristics, then there is it is called what animated Nibbana or Sunyata Nibbana and so on. That way of explanation in the Suttanta are also available. But here, in this Abhidhamma Sangha, so in brief, we have to understand is the Nibbana is the only one in terms of the peaceful nature, ultimate peace. So, but if we say figuratively, according depending on the cause, so then we can divide into two. Saubadi says Nibbana, Anubadi says Nibbana. And also another way in terms of mena, so the mena in which it appears in our mind, in the mind of the other hand. Okay, so sometimes it appears as a sunyata, emptiness. Okay, so no nama, no rupa, no defilements. Animata, no shape, no form. Okay, no size, or the mentality, materiality, and of mental defilements. And also there is absence of the craving. Okay, absence of the craving. So in this manner, so if you experience a Nibbana there, you can see that. So anytime you have a no craving at all, whatever object that you encounter. See example of the what Mara's daughter. Three daughters of the Mara, so beautiful deities, celestial deities, angels. So they trying to persuade the Buddha. So, but the no craving arises, okay, because uh, there is no craving at all, okay, and the all kinds of cravings are abandoned, eradicated by the Buddha. So that's why, so no place for the craving at all. So then if we see that sort of absence of a craving, no place for the craving, that is called Nibbana. That Nibbana is called Apanihita Nibbana. Okay. So here, the next one, paragraph number 65. Padamachuda Machanda. Okay, that is all of them are talking about the Nibbana. Asankadam, Anodara, Nibbana Miti Vasandi, Wana Moda Mahesayo, that the first part of the verse. That the first part of the verse is talking about the Nibbana's virtue. So Nibbana is a word. Nibbana is Badam, Achudan, Asankadam, okay, Achuda, Chuti, okay. No death, deathless. Okay, and then once we experience a Nibbana, okay, maybe in that life, because as a result of karma, and then karma, so we have to live on. But after that, there will be no death. Okay, so in the Nibbana itself also, because unconditioned things. So the death is happen because of the path. Okay. Okay. So Jatiya Sati Amaranana Manati. If we are born, there is nothing, no one to be that should not die. Okay. So if there because of Jati is a condition, birth is a condition, death is a result. So but for the Nibbana is asankata, unconditions. So there in the Nibbana there is no death, deathlessness. Okay? Achuta, Ajandam, Adi Andam, Ajanda, Adi Anda. Anda means the end. So it beyond the end. It beyond the end. So after that there is no more end at all. So if you read the Nibbana, it means it is beyond the end, agenda. Okay? Asankata is the unconditioned state. It is not conditioned by the karma, chitta, utu, or ahara, or any other things. It remains itself without any conditioning. So if something remains with the conditions, if there is no such a condition, then that will not exist anymore. So that's why Nibbana is a stand alone. Nibbana stand alone. So asankadam, unconditioned. And also anuttaram. Anuttara means incomparable. There is nothing that is more nobler than more higher than that Nibbana. Okay. So everything is inferior to the Nibbana. Nibbana is the most superior one. So that's why this it is called Nibbana. Nibbana iti bhasandi. It is said by said as a Nibbana by whom? Wana Mukta Mahesayo. Not by the ordinary people. Okay. So it is said not by the ordinary people, but by the Mahesayo, Mahaisayo, Mahaisi. Mahaisi means a great sage, great sage. That is referred to the Buddha. Okay, Buddha. So Buddha means what? Wana Moda, who have liberated from the craving, who really experience the Nirvana. It means, so this was, Nirvana is Achyuta, Ajanda, Achyuta deathlessness, Ajanda means beyond the end, beyond the boundary, Asankata unconditioned, Anuttara, so incomparable. So it is a Nirvana. So this definition is given not by the ordinary people. It means ordinary people, if they define Nirvana like this, it is imagination through the inference. But this definition is given by the Buddhas who really experience Nirvana, okay? Who really liberated from the craving. So through their experience, they mention this way. Okay, that is about the Nirvana. So then the second part of that verse is the conclusion. Okay, conclusion of the uh, uh, four ultimate realities. Okay, so four ultimate realities are also here. Iti Chitam. Chitta is a consciousness. Chittasika, mental concomitants. Rupam. Rupa is a what? Materiality, Nibbana. Okay. So these are four ultimate realities. Ultimate realities. So ED means so far. So like last week also I already told you that this Abhidhamma Sangha started with the what? The Chitta, Chittasika. After that it is followed by the Rupa. Okay, then it is explained about the Nirvana. Four ultimate realities are the content of this discourse, this test. Now, all the four ultimate realities are explained by by that book. Okay, so that's why he trying to make a conclusion. That is about the Chitta, Chittasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. Paramatham Pakasandi Chatudhawa Tathagata. So these are four Paramatha ultimate reality. Okay, ultimate reality. If we, even though we have many 100 million people, okay, beings are there. If we condense, or if we put them all together, we see is a what? The whole world, we can see it only these four ultimate reality. Chitta, Chittasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. No more than that. Okay? So in this way, Tathagata, it is explained by the Tathagata, the Buddha. Okay? Iti Vidamada Sanghi, Rupa Sangha, Vivago, Nama, Chatto, Pariccheda. This is just to understand. This is the sixth session in the Abhidhamma Sangha. So in the Abhidhamma Sangha, the compendium of the Buddha Abhidhamma. So this is the sixth session. Okay? The session name is the Rupa Sangha Vibhaga. Analysis of the materialities. Analysis of the collections of the materialities. So far we have done. So Nibbana session is so small. That's why it is attached to the Rupa chapter. Okay? Don't think Nibbana belong to Rupa because of this chapterization. Okay? Because this part is so limited. That's why it attached to the Rupa chapter. So Rupa is a Rupa. Materiality one thing. Nibbana is included in the Nama. Okay? Nama. So not the Rupa. Okay, that point. So far we have done Rupa chapter. Okay, so with that we'll conclude for today. Buddha Sasana Jiran Data Do. Buddha Sasana Jiran Data Do. Buddha Sasana Jiran Data Do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.